Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sheep Get Sheared Podcast, home of people, politics, and popular culture. I'm your host, Austin Creed. Welcome to the show this morning. This message today will be something that I pretty much wrote a book on, to be honest with you, right here, a book called Bachelor. The reason I wrote it was not to become rich. The reason I wrote it was to not brag, was not to say, oh, I wrote a book, my life is complete. No, the point of the book was to warn Christians, Jews, people who are spiritually seeking, whether they identify with those two groups or not, but specifically Christians, to catch up to the times. 2020, pre-COVID's not coming back. 2018, 2019, not coming back. And it baffles me that there are people who are waiting for inflation to go away. They're waiting for technology to go away. They're waiting for social media to go away. But these things are only going to become more relevant and more important to the conversation. I would like to present to you Exhibit A. Oh yes, no, your eyes are not deceiving you. Tesla unveils a new generation humanoid robot, Optimus Gen 2. In other words, they've created Optimus Prime. This robot that you're seeing on your screen is not the goofy robots of the early 2000s. No. This thing can be filled with an AI. I guarantee you, given the next 20 years to 50 years tops, these robots you're seeing on your screen right now will be comedians, pastors, athletes, politicians. They will be in every person's house, just as an Alexa is in your house right now. They will be your personal servants. They will drive to get groceries for you. They will be your secretary. They will basically become the next menial job worker that does not need to be paid. This is why I am telling you that jobs on the lowest end will be replaced by robots like this. They don't need unions. They don't need human resource departments. They don't need time off. They don't need any of that crap. All they need is a task, and they'll do that task. This is what the robber barons of a gone-by era wanted you to be, but you failed. So now they created these robots. My friends, we are moving into an age of control. We are moving into an age of centralization. We are moving into an age of what can only be described as fascism. Think I'm making it up? Think I'm making up the technology is going crazy? Technology will reach a point where things like we see in cyberpunk, things that we see in dystopian novels, dystopian movies, will come true. Maybe not maybe towards the end of my lifetime as a guy in his 20s. But people beyond the age of 40 will probably not live to see this. But I guarantee you, we are in for a ride beyond what you could possibly imagine, and only people like me who have written books, who are writing books, who read, will know what is coming. I would like to present to you Exhibit B. Now, while the United States government has not directly said that it wants to ban Bitcoin, there are countries in the world right now who are getting rid of cryptocurrencies because they cannot control it. They fear a loss of control. Now, when I was in one of my classes this semester, I had a judge, a former judge, as my teacher. He's great. I love him. He's a fantastic teacher, very well known, very knowledgeable, and he's hilarious too. I mean, what kind of greater package can you get than that? But my friends, he even said he was flabbergasted from a legal perspective, that the government did not crack down on these cryptocurrencies, because any government is only as strong as its economy. And when the economy, the central currency, is threatened, that could threaten a destabilization of the government itself. Which is why, in his opinion, he was shocked that Bitcoin hadn't been banned, Ethereum hadn't been banned, that all these cryptos had not been either A, banned, or B, consumed into a one world government token that got rid of all the old fiat dying currencies, all the decentralized currencies that the government had no control over, and he predicted that eventually this would come to pass. I'm inclined to agree with him. When I look at the fact that certain countries are A, legitimizing, and B, getting rid of and banning cryptocurrencies, you have to wonder what's coming down the pipe next. We're no longer living in the golden era of the Wild West of the internet. Those days are gone. Internet is being controlled at record paces, and up to last time I checked, about 50% of all internet traffic is going to prawn. Not to learning, not to research, not to finding the next trend that'll save the world and the universe. It's going to people grabbing their lotion for motions, both men and women, as a way to add another bread and circus show to distract you from the imploding government and imploding society around you. You think I'm crazy? Look it up for yourself. It's real. It was 30% in 2012. It's much higher now. OnlyFans didn't exist. Other certain sites did not exist. The sites like Instagram, Twitch, YouTube are they are making it more normalized to show areolas on the screens in an artistic way or for a scientific way, but we all know what it's going to be used for. It's going to be used for prawn, and it's going to be used for people to brainwash an entire generation and ruin them. I would like to present Exhibit 3, tied into the first one. Exhibit C, AI girlfriends. Oh yeah. AI girlfriends are ruining an entire generation of men, according to The Hill. The rise of virtual artificial intelligence, AI girlfriends, is enabling the silent epidemic of loneliness in an entire generation of young men, and it is having severe consequences on America's future. Okay. First of all, you gotta love the fact that they get everything wrong. The loneliness epidemic of men. Hold on. A lonely epidemic of men. Most men are stepping aside because of what they want. They're wanting to step aside. That's number one. Number two, why deal with all the BS that women are giving men today? You have to be Tupac with a degree. You have to be Clark Kent and Superman and Batman at the same. You can be Batman and Superman at the same time. All for a woman who's basically has no actual value to your life. I know that's going to offend you. I don't mean to offend you by saying that. I'm just saying, for a guy like me, there are very few women who can qualify for me. Now, you can say whatever you want. Ooh, you dusty. Ooh, you not rich. You ain't this, you ain't that. Say whatever the hell you want. It's not going to change anything. But I'm not alone. A lot of dudes are saying, I don't want to deal with all this garbage. No. I don't want to deal with all this bull crap. I want to just do my thing, stay in my lane, and maybe if I want to hit, I can give people a couple of dollars, and they can go do their thing, and then they can leave me alone. I'm not paying them to stay. I'm paying them to leave. That's what a lot of dudes are saying at this point. They're done with the men ain't doing this, men ain't doing that garbage, and they're saying, you know what? I'm not dealing with this, and I'm walking away. I'm going to better myself. I'm going to find someone who cares about me. I'm going overseas. Shout out to the passport bros. I'm going monk mode. I'm going out here and I'm going to seeking arrangements. I'm going to find other alternative lifestyles. What a lot of people are doing right now. And I encourage Christians to catch up with the times. Because at this point, you have either two real choices if you want to survive. One, become a zealot, which I would not recommend. Or two, you need to adopt a lifestyle like the Biblical Bachelor, or develop one yourself. If you don't like what I write about in Biblical Bachelor, you can write one yourself. Come up with one that works for you. But that is what I recommend. Because if you want to do what you've always done and think you're going to survive in the new world that's coming, you're not going to make it. If you think you're going to use the same strategy of 20 years ago now, it ain't going to work. Let me tell you that right now. We're living in a new age, and you either need to get up with the times or get out of the way for those of us who know. This isn't hyperbole. This is not meant to be a joke. This is meant to wake you up to the unfortunate, uncomfortable realities that are coming down the pipe. For those of you pimp, Mac, goofy player dudes, enjoy your stable while you have it, because guess what? Won't be very long before there are AI pimps, robot pimps, who are going to drive you out of business. I guarantee you there are going to be sex robots that will take over the escort industry. The pimps will be out of business. I guarantee you they'll be able to take an AI girlfriend that they design, import it into a robot that is meant for to play the hanky-panky with you, and a lot of women will be out of business. Even in media like Rick and Morty, they play with this idea of advanced civilizations using these robots, and the women don't have to deal with the men anymore, and the men don't have to deal with the women anymore. This is not hyperbole. This has been explored already. If you think this is not going to happen, I admire your optimism, but it is misplaced. We are going this way whether you want to or not, and you're going to either need to come with us or you're going to go the way of the dodo bird and the dinosaurs. My friends, I encourage you to develop your own personal philosophy again. This is why I wrote this book. Not because I want you to buy it so I can get rich. I want you to buy it so that you can learn of what is to come and how you're going to survive the coming crisis. How you're going to survive in this brave new world that Aldous Huxley wrote about that's coming to pass before your eyes. I encourage you to get up with the times, or you will be forced out of the way. These things will come faster than you expect, and right underneath your nose. I recommend you prepare yourself. Because if you don't, you'll be playing catch up. You're already behind. I am behind on the content creation game. I grind every day to catch up. You are behind both if you want to get in the content creating game or if you want to get on the new lifestyle game. Trust me, the time to act is now. And if you don't want to, you're going to be in a very uncomfortable place not long from now. My friends, let's not just live in La La Land, and let's get down to business and deal with uncomfortable realities that are facing us in front of our eyes. God bless you. God bless your families. God bless America. Let me know what you think. Like the show. If you liked what you heard, you liked the tough dose of medicine. Follow me on X. I tweet all the time. My friends, pick up a copy of Biblical Bachelor. It'll be linked in the comment section. If you want to learn an alternative, untraditional lifestyle, it's right there for you. My friends, until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.